All right. Hello and welcome to our webinar, Get in the Driver's Seat. This webinar is part of Northwest's Financial Wellness Series. My name is Denise Kitchen and I'm the Business Development Specialist of the Retail Sales and Service Department. Our department manages the partnerships the credit union has with organizations so that they can offer credit union membership as part of their benefits package to their employees, members, and volunteers. First off, thanks again so much for your interest in our webinar today. Secondly, I'd like to go over some housekeeping items. Everyone is muted due to the number of participants, and we ask that you hold your questions until the end of the presentation and then ask them via the chat feature when we get to our Q&A session. You can find the chat feature on the bottom of your screen, and then you can ask the question with either to the host or to everyone. We will see both. You can also use the reactions button, which is near the chat button on the bottom. Also, we'll be raffling off a $25 Visa gift card after the Q&A session, so please make sure that you stay tuned until the very end. We'll be asking a question related to content, and whoever answers the question correctly first will be our raffle winner. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce your presenter today, Linda Botsford. She's one of our senior loan officers in the Consumer Lending Department. Linda, go ahead.
Thank you, Denise. It's my pleasure to be with you today. And today we're going to concentrate on good information to have as you pursue purchasing a vehicle. Without further ado, let's get started because we have a lot of ground to cover. Our topics for today are to determine the type of vehicle you need, how much you can afford, getting pre-approved for the vehicle before you go car shopping, and tips for buying new and used cars. We're going to talk about financing options, negotiating strategies, online car buying services, and protecting your purchase. So let's jump right in. I just want to mention a few of the current trends we're seeing in today's car market. Millennials actually now account for 32% of new car sales, edging out the largest generational population, the baby boomers. This group is twice as likely to search for and buy a newer used vehicle completely online. This is particularly interesting to us as a financial institution as well, because this also means applying for loans electronically and remotely. And the test drive, which has been what people traditionally use to determine what car they like to have, has been replaced with test ownership. That's a feature offered by Carvana. I'll mention that again shortly. It's really important that you evaluate what you're looking for in a new and used vehicle. For example, if you're environmentally conscious, you may very well want to join the growing number of car buyers who are deciding to purchase hybrid or electric vehicle. We will likely see a few of the major auto manufacturers going to all electric in the next 5 years. So it is something to consider when researching your new car purchase and deciding which vehicle best fits your needs and your budget. Some of the questions you might consider is, do you have a large family or lots of hobbies? Do you need a larger vehicle or something with lots of cargo space? Are vehicle repairs and safety records most important to you? And are you concerned about being able to resell the vehicle after you have enjoyed it for a little while? Transportation is usually the second biggest expense in the household budget after housing. It's clear to see that it's not just the cost of the car itself, the actual purchase, that you need to factor into your budget, but also ongoing operating expenses, car insurance, maintenance, personal property taxes, even in select states. So make sure there's room in your budget to handle all of the costs associated with getting the newer used vehicle. The slide shows you that the purchase part accounts for basically 42% of the cost, and the other costs include gas and maintenance for 21%, 37% for everything else. Be sure to check your credit, as loan rates are based on your credit worthiness. Most lenders are going to use what's considered to be a risk-based lending model. This means we use your credit score is the key determining factor of how to price the loan. So along with evaluating your own credit and your budget, you also need to determine what's more important to you, a lower payment every month or paying off the loan quicker, like doing a short-term loan. That will help you determine the length of the loan term that you choose. In terms of new or used or pre-owned vehicle, are you okay with having more repair costs down the line or a lower payment? Then a used car might be most appropriate for you. If you don't want any repair costs in the near future, if you can help it, and you can manage the higher payment, then a new car might be the right choice for you. Most lenders offer auto loan terms of 36 to 60 months. Northwest Federal offers terms up to 96 months. Terms are based on credit scoring and the model year of the vehicle. A word of caution when it comes to picking the loan term. The longer the loan term, the more likely it is that the car value will be upside down, or you would have negative equity if you want to sell or trade the vehicle before it's paid off. In addition to low rates and flexible terms, Northwest Federal Credit Union also offers no payments for 90 days, biweekly payment options to align with your pay periods and make it easier for your budget, and helpful online car buying services such as Carvana and TrueCar. Those can be found directly on our Northwest Federal Credit Union website. Line up your financing and shop for your car all from one spot. This takes the hassle out of buying a new car. You can search for the vehicle right from your couch. There's no haggling over the price, and in many cases, you can have the car delivered to your driveway. Carvana, which deals only in used vehicles, will even pick up your trade-in. You can conveniently and easily research vehicle values online. If you use TrueCar, for example, you'll get an estimate of what others in your area have paid for the same make and model. You can visit nadaguides.com or kbb.com for trade-in value of your current vehicle. You can check rates online at nwfcu.org based on vehicle model year and evaluation of your credit. Once you know the price, decide the number of years you want to finance your vehicle and the financing rate. You can use an online loan calculator to estimate your monthly payments. Northwest can also run the numbers for you when you finance with us. In terms of the online car buying services mentioned, Carvana offers pre-owned vehicles, and TrueCar offers both new and pre-owned vehicles. You can access Carvana and TrueCar's sites directly from nwfcu.org to help you search and finance your vehicle all in one place. These convenient services take the hassle and legwork out of buying a car. There's no negotiations or price haggling involved. In many cases, you can have the car you purchased delivered to your driveway. Also, Carvana offers a 7-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't love the vehicle, you can return it for any reason. You might also be able to score a good deal on a vehicle purchased from a car rental agency. They tend to keep their vehicles in service for a short time and then sell them. This means savings on a current model year or last year's model. You can request a Carfax report directly from Northwest Federal for a discounted fee, or ask the dealership that you're doing business with if they can offer you one. If you choose to finance your vehicle with us, the fee for the Northwest copy will be refunded following loan disbursement. Before signing on the dotted line, obtain a pre-purchase inspection sheet and maintenance log. If purchasing your used car from a dealership, make sure the dealer is offering you a used car warranty, or consider purchasing a warranty through Northwest. We do have a wonderful product that offers coverage for up to 5 years and 100,000 miles on most vehicles. Dealers offer leasing, but don't assume leasing is less expensive than financing. Extra fees can add up quickly if you drive over the limit or don't maintain the vehicle. You may only be paying off a fraction of the total cost during the lease period, and have a large balloon payment at the end of the lease should you choose to keep the car. Evaluate the total cost of dealership offers carefully. While 0% APR sounds great for a few months, often the total cost of the deals is much higher. Because these offers are usually restricted to shorter loan terms, the monthly payments may end up being more than you can handle or bargain for. Getting a PAL check from Northwest Federal Credit Union establishes you as a serious buyer, not just a shopper. Lets you know and the dealership know how much you can afford, and your pre-approval is good for 45 days, so you don't have to feel rushed to purchase a vehicle the next day. Simply endorse the check, hand it to the dealer, and drive home in your new car. You can apply for the pre-approved auto loan with Northwest online at nwfcu.org, by phone at 703-709-8900, or in person at any Northwest Federal Credit Union branch. You do not, however, wish to reveal how much you have been approved for before you select your vehicle and negotiate your price. Dealers would love to find a way to get you to spend all of the check, even if it is not necessary to do so, or to convince you that you need their financing because the financing you've already been approved for is not going to be sufficient for the purchase that you make. When it comes to negotiating, never open with the price you want to pay. Start lower and leave room for a counteroffer. A reasonable price is 3 to 5% above invoice, depending on the market demand. If the price is firm, negotiate for more options or a longer warranty and get everything that's agreed upon in writing. Discuss all the options before making a decision. If you agree to buy the car too soon, you'll lose some of your bargaining power. Negotiate the price first, then talk trade-in. If you prefer not haggling over the price and want to skip negotiations altogether, an option like TrueCar might be right for you. You can pick the car up at a guaranteed price at the dealership, or in some cases, have it delivered to you. If you're looking for a used car, we also partner with Carvana, and you can get to their website directly from ours and search for cars, line up your financing all in one place. Other ways to keep up the residual value include, in addition to these, washing and waxing and vacuuming your car regularly, fixing dings and scratches, and following the guidelines for owners in your owner's manual for routine maintenance. Regularly check the Kelley Blue Book value of your vehicle to know how much it's worth at kbb.com. This is a helpful metric for deciding how much money to shell out on repairs and to know when it may be the best time to purchase a new vehicle instead of putting more money into the old one. In order to protect your purchase, we do offer gap and mechanical breakdown protection for new and used vehicles, and also debt protection for all of our loan products. If you're interested in auto insurance, you can also visit the Northwest Insurance Agency's website for a free quote. You'll need to start the car buying process at some point, if not today, at some point in the future. To be prepared, once your card is paid off, take that money and use it towards your new car payment and pay yourself. Put the funds into a savings account designated for the unforeseen auto repairs or for the down payment. Northwest Federal is your one-stop shop when buying a new car or used car. Start here before you go to the dealership. Visit our website and get pre-approved, or use the online car buying services to search for and purchase your new vehicle from the comfort of your home. We're here for you if you have any questions. Denise?
All right. Let me scoot back here into the camera view. All right, thank you so much, Linda. Lots of really great information. I think we actually already have a question here. Do you do auto loans in LLCs names?
So we do actually do business auto loans, and we would do that in the name of your business. The title and the financing would have to match, and the insurance would have to be appropriate for the business purpose. But yes, we do.
Excellent. All right, let me see if we have any more questions. No, I can't get into that part again on top. There we go. All right, guys, go ahead and open your chat box. And if you have any questions, please pose them either to the host or to everyone, and we'll be able to answer those for you. We'll give you a few minutes. But in the meanwhile, I did get some questions on the side from people beforehand, so we're going to go over those. So one of the questions we received, Linda, was what's the required credit score to get a loan with Northwest?
So actually, I can't say that there is an actual required score. Certainly, we use a risk-based lending model, which means the higher the credit score, the better the interest rates that we can offer you and the better the loan terms that we can offer you. And the lower credit scores would receive also some offer potentially with shorter loan terms, higher interest rates, that sort of thing. So it really does just depend on your unique situation.
Okay. And then another question we received is all of this information on the website. Also, what was it that we should get ahead of time of buying from a private owner? Okay.
So yes, there are some very good pieces of information on our website, and you want to take a look on our website at the car rate sheet and the mechanical warranty, the gap, all of that detail can be found on the website. To answer the second question, private purchase is always the most difficult piece, and there's lots of moving parts. But at the base of it, we're going to absolutely need to have a prepared and signed buyer's order or purchase agreement or bill of sale, whatever term you want to use. We generally use the bill of sale that fully describes the vehicle and the seller and the buyer and the terms of the purchase, like how much it's purchased for. We will always take steps to make sure that the seller is the titled owner of the vehicle at the time of sale, and whether or not there is another financial institution that has a loan that needs to be paid off in full at the time of the closing of the loan. And how much funds might need to go to that financial institution, how much of the funds might need to go to the seller, and also if our member who's making the purchase needs to finance funds to take care of the sales tax, title, and tag fees. All of that can be considered into a private party deal.
Okay, excellent. I hope we answered that question well for you. Next question was, did you say when negotiating 3 to 5% above sticker is where you should start?
Yes, that was the point that we were making there. It's interesting because right now we're seeing that lots of people or lots of dealerships are asking well above new and used vehicles. They're asking well above what it would be valued at. And this is a function, if you will, of the sense that the supply and demand is very tight in this market. But we do expect to see that improve. But you should absolutely be willing to negotiate and to ask the dealer to give you the best price possible. They're still interested in selling the vehicles to the current buyer. Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, they don't want you to walk away without a vehicle. So be willing to do that. But you're not going to necessarily be able to get it just at sticker price.
Okay, awesome. Hope that answers your question, Christina. Then another question we received, I don't have on any on the chat right now, is how do I apply for a car loan with Northwest?
That principally online. That's the number one way that we recommend that you do it, is to go online onto our website and start the application. You can start the application 24 hours a day. On the next business day, our loan officer will be assigned the application and we'll work it up and we'll reach out to you. You do also have an option to call and speak to a loan officer and have some of your questions answered in that application process, or just to ask questions, even if you're not ready to apply yet. And of course, our branches always have personnel available to help you.
Very true. They're always there. Then another question we received was, do all dealers honor the true car pricing?
So more recently, in the last few weeks, with all the bumping up of the prices of the vehicles that has been caused by the supply and demand, we have had some members report that they've asked a dealership to honor the true car price, and there's been some pushback or some, slight inflation of the pricing. But the idea is if you actually do the true car registration and you actually get the true car certificate, that you don't just look online and choose something and take that information to the dealer, but if you actually go through the process of getting the certificate from TrueCar that says that that price is guaranteed, that the dealership should be honoring that. And quite honestly, if they aren't, then you might want to check out another dealership.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Christina has another question. Does it matter the state the car is purchased in or where the member resides? Oh, and I missed one above, so remind me to go back to that one, but okay. We'll do Christina's first. Does it matter the state the car is purchased in or where the member resides?
Well, I will say this: Northwest Federal Credit Union will finance vehicles all over the country. So we're not limited to what states we can finance a vehicle in. We are going to always be interested in where is the car going to be titled and registered, and that should be the information that appears on all of our loan documentation. So if it's not going to be titled and registered in the state that you're principally living in, then that's something that you want to disclose.
Okay, awesome. Let me go back to the previous question that I missed.
Coming too fast now.
Yeah. What about additional fees added, such as dealer processing fees?
So when we're looking to finance the vehicle, we're quote unquote looking to finance the bottom line. So the purchase price plus taxes, tags, title, dealer fees, all of it. If you purchase a service contract with the dealership or any of those things, all of that should be worked out in your purchase contract. Now, if those items seriously inflate the bottom line over and above what the vehicle is worth, then we might have to come back and do a little bit of work to figure out how much of those things we can finance for you and if we will require a down payment. But they absolutely should be worked into the purchase negotiation right up front.
Great information. How does prepayment or overpayment work to lower interest cost? Does making a payment earlier in the month save?
So all of our loans are considered simple interest loans. So the interest is calculated today based on the balance today. And anything that you do to accelerate paying down that principal balance also works to reduce the total amount of interest that you pay on the loan and potentially reduce the length of the loan. So absolutely, it's to your advantage if you have the ability to do so to pay your loan off faster. And it doesn't really matter whether you slightly increase each payment, or you make additional payments in between the payment cycles, or you make larger lump sum payments. One thing we won't let you do, though, is prepay the loan down the road. So you can't say, well, I have a $300 a month loan payment, but I have $1,500 sitting here. I'll pay the $1,500 and then I will be able to skip the next 4 months of payments. Mm-hmm. That's not an option to you. But certainly if you have the extra funds and you have the ability to do so, putting the money down on the loan reduces the interest calculation that goes forward and potentially pays your loan off faster.
So in other words, you have to make a monthly payment.
You have to make a monthly payment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think that's all the questions we had. Let me make sure that I got them all.
Yeah, I think we did. It was flipping kind of fast.
I think we have them all. All right. So hope that helped you guys out. Now it's raffle time. So I'm going to be asking a question of something that we mentioned. So I'll allow you to get your chat box open before I pose the question so that your fingers can get ready and you can type the answer as quickly as possible. First one to answer it correctly will be the winner. All right, so what should be the first step in the car buying process from what you've learned today? Yep, that's it. Erica, you got it. I'm gonna write down your name. Ding, 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 you're the big winner. And then I have your email address from your registration. So I'll be reaching out to you for your address so I can send you your Visa gift card. Congratulations. Yay. All right, guys, thank you so much. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to, what was I saying? It was one letter off. Pre-approval. Oh,
yep. I'm just a little too slow.
Yeah, that's all right. You're still a winner in our book. So if you have any further questions, please make sure you visit our website, nwfcu.org. Call us at 703-709-8900. Email the lending department at lending@nwfcu.org or stop by our branches. So we've got a bunch of different options, different ways to contact people and to get the information you need. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your interest in this webinar, and please be on the lookout for future ones coming up. We are skipping the month of August, but then we're continuing in September, October, November with some really interesting ones. So hope to see you then. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Over here. Can't get over here. There we go.